What's up, Facebook, YouTube? I was just like leaning over. Are you guys looking at us? All right. What's up? Welcome back to the Spicecast. I'm your host, Ben Job. Thanks for Dan Bullard setting us up today. He is headed off all the way up north somewhere. I don't know. He's going to somewhere.
Man.
Michigan. Yeah, y'all know better than me where my people are going. So the Moose is keeping me solid. Y'all just start the interview and tell me like what's up. So like, this is the Moose. They've got a heavy album just released. Let's see, Earth Mover. A very cool cover too. Like, what happened? How'd y'all get that like picture and all that?
A buddy of mine, Dustin from Them Fixes, he does work like that, and I just hit him up and was like, "Hey man, we need a
logo."
Yeah. I said the EP's called Earth Mover, and we're thinking like a big old dump truck or something.
Right.
Land mover.
We just drove and took a picture of a big
Just found the first one
big
you got
bulldozer.
to.
Well,
Bulldozer,
my brother knew people in our area. He was ecstatic about taking pictures of a dozer. So.
Yeah.
He'd been
just,
waiting to like take
Oh, it's
pictures
his
of a
favorite,
dozer.
yeah. Heavy machinery tractors.
Tractors.
I mean, it's pretty interesting stuff. Plus, you can run over whatever you want.
They're
I mean, there's
huge.
lots of fun stuff you can do with a
Yeah.
bulldozer,
Well,
right?
they call them earth movers.
Yeah,
so
they
I
do.
was like, dude, we can name it that. And
The whole concept of the name was we was in practice. We was jamming these songs, and we practice louder than we play live. I think a lot of bands do, but
yeah,
we play pretty much on 10. And we were playing, and like some bricks started moving, and like the walls and stuff.
the shed. Well, we knocked the door off one time. The door fell off.
Dang.
Yeah,
It's a
it was
heavy
shaking,
door.
man.
So how's y'all's hearing now? Like,
I can't really
Still
hear.
pretty good. It might
Yeah.
be good for it if you go loud enough.
Yeah, you just keep going louder, and it evens out.
yeah,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
it makes your muscles in your ear really
It
strong.
does.
That's
Yeah,
how
it's
it
a
works,
workout.
right?
It does. And so it's like, man, all these songs, man, they move in earth and stuff, man.
Heck
That's
yeah.
what we should call it, Earth Mover. I said, we ain't got a
Well, it
song
started
called
by
Earth Mover.
destroying the shed, and then
Yeah.
it just like
Yeah.
creates a crater wherever y'all play long
Yeah.
enough.
Just
So how
all
many
alone.
practice spaces have y'all gone through?
No, just
Oh, the
still
one.
same one.
It's
and
old.
the
It was built
neighbors,
well.
the neighbors haven't like started shooting your way or anything yet.
We've soundproofed
Yeah,
it. We've
yeah.
done pretty
It's
good.
As
Man,
long as you keep all the
that's
doors
nice.
shut. There's like 2 doors.
And they don't
Yeah.
fall down.
Yeah. Well,
Well, the one.
we fixed that.
You just prop it up. That'll be all right.
But I should introduce you. We got Jake and Ethan, 2/3 of the Moose. Drummer's drumming elsewhere right now, but
Drumming at Walmart at work.
drumming down at Walmart. Man, yeah. I can. You know what? We could make a band just with Walmart employees that are also musicians
yeah.
in town.
I
Like
think
that would be
half
kind of
the-
cool,
Half of them are.
Yeah.
for sure.
But
I mean,
at least there's always like one in every band.
right.
Yeah.
You have to look up Walmart's policy before you book the show. You're like, wait a second.
Just have them all at Walmart. in
That's
the
the
back
second
room.
Tuesday. Oh man, the Walmart only show.
Yeah, Walmart.
I actually heard
up
speaking
at break
of
table.
speaking of music and Walmart, I hear there are like RV camps popping up in some really major like Walmart, like big cities with Walmart.
Oh yeah.
Because they let people stay in their RVs, but
Yeah.
apparently there's like semi-permanent like cities popping up now because people are staying there so long. Like,
So, like-
isn't that the most American thing you've ever heard? Like you're living,
I
you've
mean,
got
if we were going to have nomad tribes in America now, it would be
would
Walmart
be,
parking
yeah.
lots
to
and
the
RVs.
RV. There's got to be a mayor of the like RV park and Walmart
Mayor of
somewhere.
the RV parking lot. That's a country song.
Walmart does feature in like a surprising amount of like country music.
Hey,
But Jake, you were pulling
They
a
do.
shift doing country music lately, right?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
were you guys playing?
me and Dodd, Josh Dodd, was playing at Maggie's a few weeks ago, and I don't know if that's going to be a continuing thing. It's just
Something y'all can do.
yeah, it's just one of those things that if people need help or people need a band, we can do about an hour
All right.
sober.
You could do 4 hours totally blasted.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could do 1 hour sober.
I have done 2 hours completely blasted before, not knowing what I played the next day, but it went over well. So I got asked to come back. So
You have to like call up the people and be like, hey, did
just
I
gotta
do
make-
any property damage? Is my tab still open?
You just
And
gotta-
also,
yeah.
like, are you guys still friends with me?
no, you just got to make sure everybody else is completely
Yeah.
hammered or whatever they want to be.
It depends on how affected your audience is, for sure.
Yeah.
Were y'all closing out the set then?
No, we were opening, but there have been people there like all day.
They-
Like the
Okay,
regulars
very
there,
cool.
so yeah.
Dan, y'all have been busy though. You've got this new CD dropped like last New Year's about, but Earth Mover, Very cool. Y'all said there's kind of a change for you guys, right?
From the first album,
Uh-huh.
yeah, the first album
Yeah.
was more groove and southern rocky. This one's completely well. It's only 4 songs. If you buy it offline, it's only 4 songs. If you buy an actual physical copy,
Hey.
There's some
you
live
get
ones on there.
4 live tracks of us completely hammered. But
You can
know,
compare and contrast and play them side by
It's
side.
heavy though.
They don't sound too bad. You can just hear it in my voice that I'm 8 sheets to the wind. But
What's the first thing to go when you like? What's the thing that tells you like, oh man, that was one too many?
I play slower. I can tell when I get up there and put the guitar on, and I always hit an E chord or something. That's just
You're
like,
just picking out every note. You're like E, B. There's another note,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I'll hit it a few times, and I'll try to play some lead. And
We'll
if
make
I
sure
feel
we're in
like
tune together.
if I feel like I'm slow, I'll look at Ethan and be like,
He gives you those eyes, you know.
when Jake goes
Yeah,
like this,
no.
that's where
Hang
that's
on.
when you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've had to tell him a few times. I was like, "Look, man, you're just gonna have to. You're gonna have to
Call
be
the
the one that
songs."
calls out the songs because I ain't gonna be able to remember."
Wake Jake up for the next track.
Yeah.
And then he'll halfway through his solo, he's falling.
I've
Wake
tried
him
to
back
play
up.
2 songs back to back, the same song back to back before, but he's like, "Hey, we already did that." It's like, oh,
That
my
one
bad.
went over great. Let's do it
Do it
again.
again. They don't know.
Play it again. Okay.
Yeah, y'all played Loudfest, like the Go-Go Killers, big show, tons of music. Like, can y'all name some? I
Just
remember
all of our friends. I know the first night was Boneyard Property.
Boneyard Mafia.
Go-Go's.
Yeah. Go play both nights closing it out.
There was a band that we had never played with before. What was it called? I can't remember.
Was Swiss Army Brat on that?
Yeah,
on
they
that
were on the
list?
night
the
that
night
we played.
they played.
Yeah, and they've got
played.
some like legit new stuff I've heard.
Yeah.
lately.
Johnny and the Black Frame.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Man.
It was
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
good.
There was a lot, yeah. And Johnny and Black
Fingerman,
Frame.
Famous
that's it.
Fingerman played.
Yeah.
Fingerman,
Yeah.
Frank and them, man, they threw down.
Go-Go Killers got the look going on. Like they're always styling with like
Man,
some
yeah.
lizard skin boots
some
or
straight
something.
pants, man.
I think Alabama Sharp wore 3 suits out and just peeled them off as the show went on.
He just had another suit. That's how I imagine. Like
By the end of the show,
Alabama,
he
he's like,
was-
"Oh, I'm too sweaty," and there's
Yeah.
another vest, like and like
It was
another
like a
pair
white
of.
suit, then it was a black suit. Then by the end of it, he was shirtless, like rolling on the ground, and the crowd just like
It's like
going
Angus Young,
crazy.
but more dapper
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, yeah.
he gets so into it. You know, he
Oh,
gets
yeah,
slippery,
he
so
does.
you can literally drag like Alabama Sharp around on the ground while he's playing. It's
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Oh, it's amazing.
He's
yeah.
he's a
He'll either-
top quality performer.
You can drag you around, or he'll drag you around.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And y'all played like a bunch of like really big shows last year too.
Last year, yeah, we played with I Hate God. That was that one. That was great. That was a great.
That was cool.
We've been lucky to be on Greenlight the last few years up in Jackson, Tennessee.
That's a big
with
one.
a lot of our Tennessee buddies, and this year we was going to be playing Possum Stock
Yeah,
up in Clarksville, Tennessee, and that's a huge festival they've had for the last 4 or 5 years. I'm assuming. But last year it was in Kentucky, and this year they
moved
bringing it
it.
to Clarksville. It was supposed to be next week, I believe, August, but they had to move it to October because of something with the property or something like that.
Oh,
He
okay.
was telling me, so they had to move it back. But it's like 40, 50 bands.
dang.
Yeah,
Oh, it's cool.
It's huge. It's like thousands. Well, no, it's a lot. Like over, like 2,000
Hundreds,
people
yeah,
over
thousands
there.
of people. That's awesome.
Yeah,
People camping and
Oh yeah.
Do they pull from like a lot of Alabama bands? It's mostly Tennessee, or
Actually, it's all over. Like,
cool.
yeah.
there is a lot of Tennessee bands
Yeah.
just because it's the area. But I think there was another band from Alabama there last year. We were supposed to play it last year, and we got there the first night, and it was just
it came a flood, rained out a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. Just
The floods came when
Oh,
you
man.
arrived.
that's the most I'd ever drank.
it still was fun though. It was fun though, hanging out just watching the other bands that got to play. Like it was.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I let them go home, and I stayed. And what was great was the atmosphere is so good. There's a lot of hippies, but it was a lot. It was a good atmosphere. But I told the guy he let me play anyways by myself.
Oh yeah.
5 minutes before I went on stage, this guy, I was wearing a Weed Eater shirt. Guy came up, he was like, "Hell yeah, Weed Eater." I was like, "You like Weed Eater?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Can you play drums?" And he's like, maybe I will try it out. And so 5 minutes, I
Maybe.
didn't even know the guy's name. He got on stage and we did 30 minutes. It was great. And just-
That's cool.
Yeah, and people
Hey,
were
well, that's
asking-
awesome.
yeah.
You meet like-minded people. In Tennessee, I know they say it's like conservative or whatever, but there's a lot of hippies in the hills
Yeah,
up there, y'all.
there's a lot of-
You go
Oh,
up in
yeah.
the mountains. Yeah, there's like Short Mountain. There's some expansive, interesting places up there.
Yeah.
You get out, see some farms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything can happen back out in the
Well, that's
country,
what
y'all.
this festival was
Amish
on.
and hippies.
Yeah.
They are always
You
in the
see them
same
driving
spot.
the buggy by the guy with the dreads dragging on the ground.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. But you got Bruja, the first track we got from Earth Mover. It's Spanish for witch, right?
Yeah,
Y'all got like a lot of supernatural influenced kind of tracks. Like, do y'all have any experience? Like, is there any, do you have any vendettas against witches?
No, we ain't got no vendetta against witches. We like witches, man.
He got
We
such
just-
a little face on
We
his.
just like witches, man.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
it's sort of like I know my favorite bands like The Sword and
Yeah.
ZZ Top. They always use Spanish words when describing their songs instead of just saying saying witch. They use bruja,
It's
stuff
fun.
like that. So it's just fun. Just
Hey,
say
it's
it
part
like
of the
that.
influence down here. I mean,
Yeah, we don't ever write songs about love and hate. It's
Yeah.
usually like weird stuff. So we
All-
was like, why not write a song about love and heartbreak? And so that's what that's about. Is
All right.
basically being
Well, it's-
possessed.
yeah. And next up from the Moose, you'll be hearing Bruja on the podcast. And you're back, guys, for on the podcast. That was the Moose with Bruja. But you got some stuff. Possum Fest, October 19th and 20th is when it's set for,
Yeah,
right?
Possum Stock.
Possum Stock.
Yeah.
There's so many fests now.
Fest Stock.
They add fests to everything now, and there's like a billion fests in Huntsville.
Shred
So-
Fest is going on today.
Shred Fest, see?
Murfreesboro, yeah.
Right
yeah,
now.
a bunch of our friends are playing that
Yep.
today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's like 20 bands.
What are
Like
what are
two
your
per day.
friends that are playing up there?
Silent Monolith, Flummox.
Yeah.
I've heard of Flummox, yeah.
I Mammoth. I
Yeah.
think they were on it.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do they play? They play like heavy
Kinda
stuff,
like
rock
us.
stuff, or
Flummox is.
All over the place.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of like heavy
Yeah,
Sabbath
they're heavy.
influence.
Yeah,
with
Yeah.
their
Sabbath,
bands.
but
Yeah.
Zappa too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Zapped Sabbath,
yeah. And then just
Yeah.
Zappa's
Mr.
Sabbath.
Bungle and just like completely off the wall.
That's what
But
I
good.
love.
It all
Those
blends
etc.
well.
genres are the best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
all blends well, and they have such a good stage show too, man.
Right.
They really do it up.
Well, that's huge for some of the new stuff. But y'all are still continuing on with like it's the 3-piece solid thing. Do you ever bring in people for the albums or?
We're thinking about it this time.
Yeah?
This next, we got a few songs. We got a good bit of songs
Yeah.
that we're coming up with, and it's nothing like the one before. Like this, Earth Mover is like super heavy.
Yeah.
This next one, we're wanting to go more funky.
All
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
Hey, well, that's coming
Yeah.
back. Seems like the
Well, it's
the
just-
next run around is
A lot
there.
of the stuff in our first album was kind of that. It's a
Groovy.
lot of our influences.
we're just kind of going back to that
Mm.
and
Kinda.
exploring. We still want to write heavy stuff too, but we want to write more jammy stuff too.
Yeah, yeah.
You never know
So-
what comes out.
Well,
Yeah.
Ethan, are you doing those like rotating bass lines? Are they always coming back around and stuff like that, or like that
we
funk
may.
style? Or
That-
do y'all write stuff off bass lines, or is it usually lyrics
most
and
of our
chords?
most of our stuff, like stuff I love, is from the bass.
Nice.
So I just
Yeah.
listen to him, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what you're doing.
I have a theory you can track bands through the bassist because the bassist always seems to have like 5 gigs for some reason. so I think the DNA sequence of a band can be in the bass though.
Yeah.
Do you
I
play
agree.
4-string or 5-string?
I play 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever experimented with that thing, or have you always like
Yeah,
stuck with a?
I've recorded before with a 6-string, and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 5 strings before, but just for the stuff we play a lot.
Mm.
Playing with fingers, a lot of like Geezer Butler influence. Or Entwistle. I can play
Yeah.
with 4.
Well, even on the Earth Mover, we did that organ. We did the organ on Thieves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the bass, I have an organ
Pedal.
modulator pedal,
Oh cool.
and so we put it through the bass,
Yeah.
and he would
Nice.
just hit chords, and we put it through guitar and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. We would like to have, I would like to have an organ player, just because a lot of the bands I listen to
Love some
have
organ.
that, and it just sits well. on
Oh,
top of
yeah.
everything. So I'd like to have that. If I was going to have a 4th member, it would be on keys. But
I'd say that's one of the like things I love about a lot of the Southern music and the old soul music.
Oh,
like
yeah.
all the organs, and the organs themselves have their own personalities,
They do.
and the amps they use and all that. But when you hear the Leslie or whatever,
Oh,
you
yeah.
I don't know, it gives you a feeling.
I like how it sits, and I like how it complements the guitar instead of having
Yeah.
a second guitar, having a piano or organ. I like that better. But
And it's got the rhythm and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But so how long are you looking at for like an upcoming album, like a groove oriented? Do you know yet, or is it just how many tracks come out?
right now we got like 6 songs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got like 6 done. We got like 10
Oh,
or
good.
something.
Yeah,
ideas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we write a lot when we can. Here
Yeah.
lately, we've all been busy with work and playing shows. Like the only time we get to practice now is when we're playing shows. So hopefully it can slow down here soon for us, so we can actually start getting in there and writing again.
Yeah.
Because we really like doing that. And but I think it will. Frankie, he's starting to listen to different odd stuff. He'll be sending me stuff sometimes, like, "Hey, check this out, check that out." So I'm like, "Okay, buddy, I see."
You
what
ever
you're
heard
doing."
this Peruvian flute
Yeah.
music?
We're already coming up with
Jamming.
sounds and ideas for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I kind of want a trumpet on something, I think.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I'm looking forward to this album. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. We were doing some odd time signature funk songs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'd like. I actually talked to some friends of mine that I went to school with that played Dan.
Yeah.
So I told him, I said, I got this part in the song. I'd like to have like a trumpet or sax or whatever.
Oh yeah,
It's
and
like, yeah, man, I can.
I was
do
saying
it.
Dan has so many toys. Like,
Yeah.
well, he'll bring 4 instruments.
Hey.
You'll ask for a trumpet, and you may get an accordion or like.
Hey, that's fine. We'll use all of it. We'll find a place to put it all.
Yeah. Big ups to you, Dan Williams, for
Yeah,
carrying
man.
all that stuff around and tuning mandolins and stuff. That takes
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
repetition, I guess.
Yeah, we play with mandolins too, man.
I hate
Yeah.
tuning a mandolin.
It's crazy because like all the like best mandolin players have these giant hands, and I don't like understand. It's like the bigger the mandolin player's hands, like the
Yeah.
better player's gonna be, and it just like
They're so
squeezes
tiny.
them
The
into
best
this.
ones are like the dudes, like those
Yeah.
big dudes.
Like
Back
you
in the
can't
day.
see what Corey's playing because
No,
it's just like
two
a giant
fingers
paw.
just like covering the whole neck. They're just meat hooks.
Yeah, it just looks like he's got a fist. That he
Yeah.
just-
Great shredding on mandolin. Bluegrass.
It's like, how does this work? I don't know. Physics doesn't apply to bluegrass music. I
I
don't,
don't
know
believe
what
it
it
does.
is.
It's just a guitar upside down.
It's easy, guys.
Yeah.
Just pick
It's
up a
just guitar
mandolin.
upside down.
It's
Yeah.
a upside down guitar. Go for it. But space tripping. You said this is about the catching a witch.
Yeah,
right?
the Bruja was about the falling in love with a witch and the
Uh-huh.
witch taking the soul. Well, space tripping is following her through dimensions and trying to get the
Chasing
soul
through
back.
space for his soul back.
Man.
Yeah.
So is this seems like the I don't know, like the conflict kind of part of that whole arc. Is there like resolution to it, or
I don't think so.
you know, will there ever be a resolution
There's
to it?
he confronts her.
Yeah, he
in
does.
space.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
It's still stuck in space, but at
Yeah,
least he
he's-
gets his
yeah,
word out. Though.
he does.
But for y'all listening to the podcast, the Moose with Space Trip is coming up in just a sec.
All the
And you're back. Thank you, Facebook, for tuning in. Thanks for hanging with us with BFW Michi. We did an interview the other day. Facebook would not allow us to broadcast for some reason.
Really?
So we're freaking out. We go on to YouTube, and then YouTube has changed their whole UI like overnight. So we're like, all right, it's 1 o'clock. This is when we're supposed to be broadcasting, and we ended up broadcasting like 30 minutes later on a different platform.
Oh.
We're like, okay, guys, we finally figured it out, but
Technology,
whatever.
man.
It's
so stupid.
equal. It really is. Like, maybe they'll just melt it all down into one. Like, Google will buy everything.
They're working on it.
Half
I
the
think they're
U.S.
working on it.
government will be owned by Google,
Yeah.
and they'll just say, all right, if you want to use the internet, it's just called Google now. So, like, get your Google. Pay for your...
for
maybe
your
it'll come in
Google.
discs. They'll start sending those AOL discs out again.
Oh, they would get us with some nostalgia. They would.
Take away the names.
I
and
bet it
give
would work
everybody a
again.
number.
Apparently, AOL's still a thing. Like, there's people still on America Online.
Actually, my
Wow.
my buddy.
I was about to say, do y'all know anybody?
Yeah, my best friend is like
Does he still
username
use the
is
chat
still
rooms?
no. I don't think he doesn't get on computers.
All right.
Last time he got on computers was AOL. So
It's still there.
But yeah, technology is taking you a long way. Do y'all use like a lot of the technology in y'all shows and stuff, or what do y'all think, like pedal wise, stuff like that? Do you have anything to recommend for bands?
We kind of change stuff all the time. We do
Yeah.
like pedals though.
I mean, like me and him swap pedals all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We
He
swap.
uses-
We swap rigs.
Yeah, we do.
Nice.
Yeah.
He right now he's playing through my dad's old Yamaha 74 Yamaha bass cab, and I used to, when we first started, I used it with a fuzz pedal.
Nice.
Now I'm going through Orange, a CR120, and I got just a fuzz and a bass wah that was his,
Yeah.
and that's all I use. Reverb, spring reverb off the amp, like the old Fenders.
Oh
Sound
man,
real
that's
good.
that's really cool. And I don't know if it overdrives, but the spring reverb, like when it gets good and worn, because most of the spring reverbs are fairly old.
Yeah.
But like when they get fully going, there's something that changes in the noise. I don't know what that is, but I definitely love that compared to like a
When he
a
has that
circuit
thing
or whatever.
cranked
Yeah,
and that reverb's
Yeah.
been going for a while, it's
it's crazy. It's not a tube. It's a solid state head but-
With a spring reverb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is like you turn up the volume. It has like the headroom of a tube amp, but it don't have the. You don't have to keep up with tubes and stuff.
They
like
just
that.
put a
But
box
it sounds
around
like a tube amp.
Yeah.
but it's not a tube amp, and it handles fuzz really well.
Yeah.
It doesn't like scream
Yeah.
the entire time. So that was. So right now that's what I'm gonna use. I'm thinking about just using the dirt through the amp, but
Well, I mean, a bass cab on a guitar is pretty good for the heavy stuff, I imagine. Like, it gives you that power and the full range you
yeah,
kind of
because I'm
need.
using it.
It's great for cleans, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
But yeah, so it is online. I guess y'all got your Earth Mover on iTunes and all that at Amazon. Whatever.
Yeah.
Google Play, everywhere, but I guess Pandora.
But come to the live show and get the
Yeah, that's how
get the
good-
unedited
That's how good we
hardcore
are at
versions.
technology. We messed up our Pandora, so we don't know what it's doing now.
Yeah, we're all
It's
over
gone
Pandora.
rogue.
Yeah, it's-
Somebody else is putting the Peruvian flute music
like
on
each
your
of our
moose.
songs. Yeah. Oh, that'd be better.
Yeah,
You can
I
find
love
it,
some
maybe.
Peruvian flute music, man.
I mean, as long as it's from Peru, I don't do flute music from anywhere else. It's,
It's just got to be.
gotta
it's
be
gotta
legit.
be
I hear you.
deep roots reggae with Peruvian flute music. I think is the standard. But yeah,
The standard.
the moose standard. But I was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
ask you guys. We talked to like a lot of people about old video games and cheat codes that they liked about old video games. Are there any that come to mind when you guys?
Well, there's always that first time you got a Grand Theft Auto and had like the God mode. Tanks everywhere.
That's the one that like everybody was sure was going to destroy America. Like the first video game.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like, this is
I
it.
remember.
It's over for our children.
Oh yeah.
They're
The
gonna
fabric
go
of
up and kill
space
Hooker.
time.
I mean,
He's out there, my son. He's 7 years old. He's already killing hookers.
Yeah,
he figured it out on that game.
I can't think of any. I mean, Super Nintendo.
Well, there was always Mario where you could glitch
I remember
through
the
the tubes.
Yeah.
you could do what?
But that was.
Not really a glitch. It was like a hidden tube on the Mario.
Yeah,
Super
and
Mario
just skip
Brothers.
levels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was always my favorite.
Right. Well, if y'all could apply a cheat code to your band, what kind of cheat codes would you do? We've heard vehicle cheat codes in the past.
Oh yeah,
We've heard.
That'd be handy.
because right now the damn van's down.
Yeah.
How many vans has this band gone through? That's a good question. I should
just
start
the one.
asking.
Just the one.
The damn van. I bought it off of
And how many years has this van been in service?
2015, right?
Yeah, like 3 years.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good
Yeah.
for a
Bought it
van.
for $1,000 off Craigslist too, bro.
Yes.
It was a deal.
Yeah, dude was like 16. I said, "I'll give you 1,000." So.
What comes to mind? What story comes to mind with the van?
Oh Lord.
Well,
Can they be? Can
There was
this?
that one time we got pulled over by that cop in Jackson.
just because he thought it looked cool.
Yeah,
It's camoed out. It looks.
Y'all freaking out. They're
Yeah,
like,
we're
he's
freaking
like, oh,
out.
y'all look.
we had just left. It's 2 a.m. and we're not. Nobody's in there. It's sober.
Well, I was because I was driving, so I don't.
Right,
Like,
right.
I don't know why we were worried.
So everybody,
but
yeah, it's always the most drunk person in the car that freaks out the most, even
Yeah,
if y'all
yeah.
are like doing everything legit.
yeah,
They're
Had
just
to
like,
tell it out.
is that the police? No, it's another blue lighted like vehicle behind us. You know,
Yeah.
like
he was cool. He's a young
Yeah, he
dude.
was.
He's like, this is
what did he like about your van? Like, what's the van's characteristics?
It was camouflage.
Ah,
It
yeah.
had John Claude Damn Van on the back of it.
and a reflective sticker across
Yeah,
the back.
so you can't miss it.
Y'all are like the tourist vans they got in like South Africa with like the fuel murals. And
I told him it
murals
looks like a
and-
duck blind.
Okay.
I will say it is sketchy.
Yeah,
I mean, it is sketchy looking,
sketchy
but
looking.
driving it, and you pull up at a gas station in a small town, and
Yeah.
somebody comes up to you that you don't even know is like, also Jean Claude Damn Van right there, and I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I seen that like a week ago in Moulton. And I was like, I don't even know you, man. You
So
ain't even
your
seen the
van's
ba- like,
famous.
His
he
van's
didn't even see
famous.
the back of the van. He didn't know. Like he just knew that was the van. There's figured living in a small country town, somebody
Right.
else would have a camouflage vehicle.
there is
but
one now. You've got competition.
Uh-oh. Y'all got to step it up and like
There
put
can only be one.
right.
Well, ours is
It's like
down now.
Highlander.
You just got to weld some big steel
For vans.
beams on the front and just crush the other car. That's
We're
the
just-
only way.
We'll just take samurai swords and like jump him one day and just cut up his vehicle.
I like how the Moose's weapon of choice is samurai swords. I did
Katana.
not expect that out of
There's
y'all.
one at the practice space.
A katana?
Yeah, my uncle got it in a dumpster.
Of course it did.
Those are the best katanas. Everybody knows the most
It's solid.
powerful,
It's-
authentic
hey,
katanas come from a
If it can
dumpster.
cut,
It's old, so like it may be legit.
You could put an edge
Not
on
like that
anything,
legit,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
make it sharp.
I thought it'd be like a lawnmower blade or something, but y'all can.
I made one of those.
I mean, we're not,
You're not picky when it comes to
Yeah.
weaponry.
not Billy Bob Thornton.
Y'all have been referred to as the dildo band, so
I
that
thought
was
you
a
was about to
weapon.
say The Billy Bob Thornton
The Billy Bob Thornton.
of the dildo band.
He's got a band, like a blues band, I think.
Yeah. The box something. I can't remember.
But the who referred to you guys? Who called you the dildo?
That was that was on
Just
when we were
random
opening
people.
No, it was I Hate God show. There was that comedian. He was opening,
Oh
For
yeah,
every band.
he introed us.
and
Nice.
he was like, "They tell me this is the dildo band."
Dildo
That's the
band.
first time we'd heard that, but I mean, it makes sense. We have a lot of.
You got a variety of lengths
Yeah.
and
They just come
widths
to
and
us.
shapes and sizes.
And we'll just put them out
Do
there.
people donate them to y'all?
Yeah, donate. We'll take all your used dildos.
I hope y'all put on gloves. Just put it in that bucket.
Germs, they're not real.
It's like we were talking about the
You
floor
heard
of the
it here
copper
first.
top, totally clean, no germs.
It's amazing how many people like you would think people would be like, "What the hell?" And
No,
just, no,
Hands
they
off.
they're
it's
so
like,
excited to play with
It's
them.
like mosquitoes delights, man. They just come to them and start playing.
Well, I
with
mean,
them.
they're for display only in Alabama.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah, just props.
we got a huge one
Right.
we used to put on Frankie's drum,
Yeah.
and that way when he
When he's
runs
running
his
his
feet, it's
feet.
just like
Flutters.
just dances. We're gonna put arms on it and a coat and sunglasses.
Like a wavy inflatable arm man.
It's like y'all's little mascot.
Yeah.
Just does all your intros. The moose, here I am. I don't know what it, but that's a great prop though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got motion and like character. People are interactive with it.
Yeah, you can tell if, when it pisses people off, which it didn't.
People get
usually don't.
angry about that.
You have to use it sparingly
It depends.
You
It all
gotta-
depends.
you gotta
That's
scope
the
out the
thing. See,
crowd.
we don't do it
all the time.
every show.
Right.
It's only on special occasions.
Mm.
You got to kind of read the crowd, man.
Yeah, was
that's
loud-
why we don't ever write out a set list either.
Ah,
We have
Yeah.
the first two songs, and then we just kind of fill out the crowd
Yeah.
and you just go off the crowd.
If you want to like throw the crowd way off, what do y'all do?
The heaviest stuff that we can think of.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
Depends on the if we're playing with a bunch of metalheads and we won't piss them off, we'll play our lighter stuff.
Right.
Or if we walk in,
Whatever infuriates the audience and confuses them.
yeah, if we walk into a place and there's a bunch of chads, we'll just play
Yeah.
heavy metal, like
Nice.
as fast as we can.
I love it. Well, yeah. I mean, y'all are one of my favorite bands just because
thank
you've got that like range though.
Oh, thank you.
And
We
you
try
just pull
to
out
do
the full
that. Like
track,
you
you know?
want to have variety. I hate seeing bands that play the same. It sounds like the same song
Yeah.
every time.
Unless you're AC/DC.
Well, that's different.
That's
You know what
different.
I'm
They
saying?
don't count.
It don't count.
I mean, when you get like millions of dollars for it, it's one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of the punk bands in Huntsville we love,
Oh yeah, we like playing with them.
but usually punk. Most
Oh,
punk
yeah.
bands, but I mean,
We got
They
a little
just
bit
like
of
the
that though.
last song, and you
Yeah.
can't understand what they're saying, and then they just keep going, right?
it all depends on how you do it.
Yeah, I
We've
think
probably been that band too, though.
Yeah, we have.
I feel like most of the people I know that got their start in live music in Huntsville, particularly, it was all punk shows though. Like going to, what was y'all's like first
Our
live
first-
show
our
music
first
like
show here
experience?
Was with the Go-Go Killers.
I think it
Yeah.
was like their
Yeah.
first show.
Well, that's awesome
I
though.
don't know if it was their first show,
it
but
was
I know
early.
it was our first show.
Yeah, it was our first for sure.
It was us, Gentleman Bastards,
yeah.
and the reason we got that show is our buddy Ronnie Ramone from Big Gaping Hole.
Yeah,
And we played our first show in Alabama with BGH down
Yeah.
at Coleman at the Civic Center,
Uh-huh.
which was horrible.
I did not know there's a Civic Center in Coleman. So
Yeah, well, we played in
It was
the
a Halloween
like,
show.
back of it in like a classroom, had like a dry erase board.
Like those
for real,
white
looked like
tile
a-
floors.
the guy running the show is like super creepy.
did he just have the eyes that like?
No, like he was like trying to.
Some
hug
people
every
just never
single
blink.
girl that came up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like he was like too like in your face, and he's huge. He's like 6'7". It's like Dodd if Dodd was like creepy.
If Dodd was a half inch from your
Yeah.
face at all times, it would be like that.
Yeah, if Dodd was
Shut-
annoying.
Shout out to Dodd for like
Yeah.
dealing with all this stuff, doing
Oh,
doing
yeah.
sound for.
Yeah, man.
Did he
Dude.
work on Loudfest? Like,
Him, Scott Clayton,
because I'm sure he was involved. He's so big in the scene.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like he
yeah.
would be.
Drew. I can't remember his last name. The guy he did lights. And,
Yeah,
Josh
Loudfest.
Breshaw.
The sound and
Nice.
lights were on
I
point.
believe that was his rig. He was telling me that he uses, and it was great, very professional,
Yeah.
very professional.
Yeah, y'all really. I mean, just the way that show, the variety and the people you got together, I feel like it was good. It was like
Donnie did all that, and
Mhm.
I had Rocket City Underground come out, Matt Green, all that stuff,
Yeah.
film it and stuff. Matt and Scott, I think, was the ones using their cameras and stuff, and it looked really good.
Well, I'm glad they got video and stuff. Did they already release all the video, or they got more to release? Or do
I
you
think
know?
they still got more to release. I think I saw Johnny and the Black Frames. Their video was up.
Which is awesome because they don't have a ton of stuff online. I feel like.
No, we don't either. So I mean,
Yeah.
This was it's a good quality video and sound. It's like it's pretty legit for everybody. I think they're slowly getting them done and putting them out as they get them done.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's a lot.
But I
I
think
mean,
they've got
that's
several-
a
yeah,
long
it's a lot
show.
of
It was
work.
going on all day
it is a
for
lot
2
of work,
days.
Yeah.
especially multiple cameras and
Did
trying
you,
to sync everything up.
y'all had a track that was on video? That is it out yet? Or
Yeah, on YouTube, if you look
Scott
up,
Clayton put it out.
yeah,
He-
Scott
he's, I
did.
think he's
Nice.
doing all the work on the film and stuff.
he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
and if you just look up the Moose Dragnot, the sleep cover that we do, which is pretty much we do it just about every show now. It's like part of our set. But he's also got the last 3 songs we did, which was Electric Worry by Clutch, Sleep, and Ace of Spades. That's usually what we
Nice.
close in Huntsville. That's about the only time we play those
really?
covers.
Yeah.
Now we'll play Dragnot out in Tennessee and stuff like that because a lot of the bands that we play with are like
A lot of doom
Us.
bands out there and stuff.
so. But usually we don't play covers if we can help it.
Right. Right.
But we like playing. In fact, when we
Sounds
started,
like it's really about the audience.
yeah. I mean, when
It
we
is,
first started
yeah.
playing, we was going to be a cover band, and then we hated the covers we were playing.
I don't have the attention span to remember other songs. I have to come
Yeah.
up with it so it's up there.
So I was like, let's just do covers of songs we like.
I have
So-
I have a lot of trouble like remembering covers way more than I do original
That's
music
me,
too.
man. Yeah.
I guess that's part of it. Like when you've built it from the ground up
Yeah.
and you remember like,
You
well,
know
that's
how
the
it
hook
works.
that somebody wrote 2 years ago.
And it's
that
coming from
slowly
you,
became-
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like part of your DNA.
We do Ace
Right.
of Spades, and I love Motorhead, and I've been listening to that since I was a child. But
Yeah.
I still mess those words up every time because I didn't write them, and they're like my favorite.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one thing
My
you
brain's
think
weird like that.
it's weird because like when you're performing covers too, I feel like it's different from when you're just singing along to it too.
Yeah.
It is nice seeing other people sing along, which
Oh yeah.
we've
Yeah.
been very fortunate, especially Huntsville. Huntsville's music scene is one of the best around.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Even
It
though
really is.
people complain about it,
Oh yeah, don't take it for granted, y'all.
yeah,
No, it really because we've gone to a lot of other scenes.
Yeah.
We've gone to other ones, and this is a good scene.
Well, there's much bigger cities that don't have scenes like
Exactly.
this too, which is
Really.
interesting.
Birmingham is one of those that are just rough, but
like
It's
there's a couple good places, but
Huntsville just seems, I don't know, it's just
It's going through a
Right.
lot of growth spurts right now,
has.
and I'm sure
Yeah.
there'll be bumpy spots and stuff. But I'm just happy with like the variety we get up here.
I
Like
am
you
too.
you can really like see almost any type of act you can at
Can.
some point,
yeah.
which is neat. But yeah, I guess the next thing I was going to talk about, I usually ask all of our guests about if you're in your cooking, do you use any secret spices? Since we are Spice Radio, is there a secret ingredient that you just like kick your meal up to the next level?
cayenne pepper. About all I eat.
It's pepper.
Yeah,
It's pepper.
Cayenne pepper. I don't really cook much, man. Believe it or not.
You just acquire food.
Yeah. I got a buddy, man. He loves to cook.
Uh-huh.
He,
Yeah, you and Lee do some food. What is it?
Lee, my best friend.
So are you into spicy stuff?
Yeah, I love spicy.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
In fact,
What's the hottest you go for?
I'm not like ghost pepper stuff.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
like
Well,
spicy
now
stuff.
it's
It tastes
like
good.
now it's like lab grade stuff.
Yeah,
They're
now
like,
it's like eat lava. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like this will destroy your eyesight if you get it in your
Yeah, you
eyes.
can
So don't
strip
do
the stain
that.
off
and
your
people
porch,
still
right?
eat it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Ethan? Are you?
We do a lot of grilling.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
brother's got some spices though. I don't exactly know what they are, like family stuff. I don't
Secret-
even know.
You haven't inherited them yet, or
Yeah,
like
I'm good
you're
at
not?
that.
my
some
little
butter.
brother has it, and I don't. I just cook the things, and he marinates them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you're
got a
you're
system
just the
like
cook,
that.
and then marination is key, though.
it is. It turns out nice.
It's almost sacred, like a ritual.
Well, I don't know. Southern to me, like if the North had Southern food, then I would probably be way okay with being in the North. Because to me, it's like
It's
in the North, there's cold and wind.
Yeah, I
and
don't like
there's
that.
no Southern food,
yeah.
and that's like enough strikes for me to be like, I'm not going up there unless I'm being paid for it.
You need some.
Or
Like,
The food alone.
oh yeah. You hear people from the West Coast talking about gravy biscuits. What?
Yeah.
Dude.
They don't even know what gravy is.
Yeah, they
Any-
just so unfortunate.
Chocolate gravy.
But anyways, the last track we got, Thieves. Where'd this one come from? Or how old is this one?
This
I-
one was
That
about
one's one of
two.
the oldest ones.
Yeah,
we
that's
wrote
the-
it like a year or two before we started recording them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the first song that
We
we
played it
wrote.
live for a while.
Yeah, we did play it. We don't hardly play it live at all now,
really?
which I don't.
But
I
just
mean,
here lately, we've been playing a lot of old stuff and some new stuff.
It's like 8 minutes long, man. When you're playing a 30-minute set, you kind of got to weigh. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you don't want to just slam people with.
And we have to tune for it.
Yeah,
Oh, we had at Spice Fest, we had the Quantaphonics playing with us. They're like
Yeah.
a funk band.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's a 45 minute set. And they're like, man, we can get 2 of our originals.
That's
They're
awesome.
amazing. But their
check
tracks
them out.
are, they've got long tracks,
That's awesome.
but they're so groovy. They
Man.
just go and go. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's amazing. But I was like, man, 2 originals.
I think I saw their name in like a list, like top Alabama bands or like the last couple years or something like that, like local bands or something like that.
Mhm.
I've seen their name. I've been wanting to check those out.
They're doing really well. They went over to Fame recently and talked to
Okay.
them about recording some stuff, and
No, that's
they've
that would be the place to do it.
they
Yeah,
keep
man.
getting like their band is getting so big. Like they started with 7 or something. Now they have
started
like
with
11,
7, yeah.
and they always have like 3 vocalists, multiple horns. It's pretty
You
amazing.
need members. We'll come
Yeah,
play.
these guys.
Yeah, I love funk. I mean,
oh yeah.
that's what we started with.
I am pretty happy because it seems like it's coming around. Like funk and like groove and stuff is coming back, which is, I mean, of any
They never
genre.
left, man.
Well, yeah. But I guess hopefully more
coming-
people are
yeah.
buying into it,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
coming back.
But I'm so glad it's that genre. Like,
Yeah, I know
if
it.
it was like techno or something, I'd be like, ah.
I think the younger generations are like us growing up hearing our parents. We didn't like it for a while, but now that everybody's past, I think thinking it's goofy funk. Like you really hear the musicianship. Like
Oh yeah.
those dudes were playing.
Yeah.
And just the
Some of my favorite stuff.
coordination was like pretty intense on a lot of those
Yeah.
tracks too.
You take any beat from like a funk song, and it can make like an industrial metal song
Yeah.
heavy. Like
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's some hard beats.
Do y'all ever do that with any of your tracks?
We
We're
love.
talking about like a.
Reverse engineer to funk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
just how we play guitar and bass. Sometimes we can't help it.
Yeah. And it's kind of hard to do that stuff in the studio when you're playing separate. You know?
All right. Yeah, it is.
When you're having to lay down a certain thing. That's what. So when we get to play live, it's like breathing. You know? So especially
Just let
we've
it
been
happen.
playing with each other for like 5, going on 6 years.
yeah.
So I mean, you get to know each other really well. You know what I'm talking about. So
Oh yeah, there's looks and
Yeah.
hand motions when you're playing that
Yeah.
you get this. You'll do a shrug or you'll do a whatever.
Yeah.
Do y'all have any tells like that?
some,
You can.
yeah, sometimes I'll just try to mess them up if I can.
Yeah,
Because
live.
Frankie,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what he knows about you, and you're
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah. Frankie's an amazing drummer, and he can go with anything. So
I
I try
can't
to
really
just
throw
start
him
playing
off.
something and just see if he can go along with
I,
it.
I like your show, the way you build your shows. It's like
Yeah,
we'll
I
do
mean-
what the crowds. We'll throw the crowd off, and then we'll try and throw Frankie off.
He'll throw his hand up, and that's a time change or a song change or something.
Nice.
So me and Frankie watch for that.
Does Thieves have any like changes or anything, or is it pretty straight
Yeah,
ahead?
Thieves is always pretty straightforward because it's so long.
Right.
And it's not really a jam song for us. It's a pretty just
It's
heavy,
doomy.
just
Right.
Does
right
have-
out of the gate. It
it-
hits all.
It does have that big spacey breakdown in the middle, though.
Yeah, but we don't really do nothing with that.
Well, I'm super excited y'all brought it in. I'm really excited about the next. I'm really excited about the new groove stuff and stuff.
Yeah, I am too, man.
Yeah. Do you have a timeline? Do you know? Or
I'm hoping we can get in the studio before the end of the year.
very cool.
We still want to do the live record,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is I don't know when we're gonna do that. Hopefully before the end of the year. I gotta get up with we want to do it with Dodd and Scott.
yeah.
Yeah. He's a busy guy right now. I mean,
He is.
he's got the show with the X coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's going to be huge
That's
over
gonna
Low
be
Mill.
September 20th, I think.
I
it
think
is
so.
in
Yeah.
October. I can't remember.
We'll be talking
That's
to him
gonna be
soon.
huge.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Killers and X. That's gonna be
Yeah.
Yeah.
insane, man.
It's gonna be epic. But also, y'all want where can people find more info on you? Y'all use websites or anything like that?
No, just come down to Cortland, Alabama. And
Off
just,
of highway something.
just holler at us.
Very cool.
I guess our
Yeah.
Facebook's the easiest. That's the one
Facebook's
we're good
easy
at.
to get us.
But Possum Stop October 19th and 20th, and at the Jam Shop, right? Y'all are playing
Yeah.
in Decatur,
September 15th. It's a spot. They're trying to get a scene going in Decatur, and that's the place. They've been trying to do it.
They've had some
guy's
big
name.
bands and cool shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying hard, man. So,
Yeah.
it's hard to get a scene going from nothing.
Oh yeah,
Especially Decatur's just been dead for a while, anyways, unless
Yeah.
you're a cover band.
Or,
Yeah.
like
Original
some house
music,
shows, I
yeah.
think, here and there. But it's
Roach Motel was there for a while, but I think they've closed down now. But
So-
they had a lot of good hardcore.
do they have
shows
some
there.
new venues out there yet, or are they working on that?
I don't know, man. we're so close to Decatur, but
Right.
we don't. Huntsville's like our town.
Yeah,
right.
So that's home for us.
Well,
This is
thank you
home,
for
so-
coming over here and playing so much. It's
Hey,
awesome.
man.
And thanks for talking to us tonight, man.
Hey, man.
hey,
I
thanks
love
for
it.
having us.
Today, tonight, whenever you're looking at the podcast, I was up pretty late, so I'm still stuck on last night. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Still
yeah,
on
that happens.
long morning. But guys, taking us out on the podcast will be the Moose. This will be Thieves off of the album Earth Mover. Guys, take it easy from Spice Radio and the Moose. Stay spicy.
Yeah.
Do the moose noise. I don't know.
I can't do the moose noise.
Do y'all want to try the keep it spicy from the Moose?
Is that it?
Keep it spicy.
Yeah, like I'll count down and then we'll do a keep it spicy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So like 1, 2, keep it spicy.
Oh, you just gonna do it off of 2
On
count.
3.
Okay.
Hey, you want to do it 1, 2, 3 spicy or
Let's do 1, 2 spicy.
Okay.
Ready?
what
What?
we gotta say again?
Keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy.
Or you know what? Let's start. Let's just do we're the Moose and you're keeping it spicy with Spice Radio because we'll use that on the radio later.
Okay.
Go for it.
Oh,
Well,
we're the
yeah,
Moose.
yeah, we're
the Moose.
Do you want to count it down?
These are all outtakes.
Yeah.
Mm,
Keep it.
was that it?
All right, no, go for it. I'll turn off the camera before.
Keep it spicy on the spiciest of all spice casts, son.
Summon the ghost of Billy Powell.
How'd you know about that?
We gotta get a pedal for that. We're working on it.